Welcome to another in the continuing series of 4-Minute Fridays by TPM. My name is Bruce Harris, and I'm a Senior Technical Solutions Consultant here at TPM. Our topic today is going to be using groups in AutoCAD. So with that said, let's get started. Now we're over here in AutoCAD. Now, the whole concept of a group is to have several objects grouped together for selection purposes. So this is only for selecting objects. That's the only thing the group applies to. So currently, these are three different objects. I've got a chair, a desk, and a computer. I'd like to group them together. Now on our ribbon, we have a palette called Groups. And on that palette is the group command. So the easiest way and fastest way to make a group to me are to select the objects you want to be a part of the group and simply click on the group command. Now when you do that, it creates what is known as an unnamed group. And we'll get back to that concept here in a little while. Now remember I said that groups are for selection purposes only. So if I go into the copy command, if I select any member of a group, the entire group is highlighted. So I'm going to pick a base point and make a copy of our group right over here. Now if you make a copy of a group, the end result is another group. So this is also a group. Now what I would like to do is I would like to basically edit this group. Now there's multiple ways to edit, but one way we can do it is by toggling off up here in our Groups palette, toggling off Group Selection. Now when you do that, if I select any member of a group, just that object is selected. The whole group is not selected. So I'm going to select that computer with an old-timey monitor and delete it. Now I'm going to go over to my blocks and I'm going to put a little bit newer type of block in there. I'm going to put an LCD monitor. Get us into this century. And just rotate it on the desk, and now I've got an LCD monitor. Now at this point in time, even if I toggle groups back on, that LCD monitor is not a part of my group. So let's do that. So up here I'm going to toggle groups back on and then select any member of my group. Notice the chair and the desk are still a group together, but obviously the new LCD monitor that I added to here is not a part of the group. So I'm going to go up here and use this command. This is the group edit command. Now when I am in the group edit command, I'm going to use the add objects button down here, or add objects selection. Select the LCD monitor and hit enter, and it has now been added to the group. So I select any member of the group and the entire group is selected. Now let's make another copy here. So I'm going to go to copy, give it a base point, and pick a point over here. Now once again, I'm going to toggle groups off. That allows me to select the desk as a separate object. Now the desk currently is a block. I'm going to come over here and explode that block. Now if I explode the block, I can obviously edit it, so I'm just going to drag this out and make it bigger. So when I come back and turn groups on, the chair and the monitor are a part of the group, but the desk is no longer a part of the group. If you explode a block, the bits and pieces that made up the block are not transferred into the group. So now we want to edit that desk back to this group. This time around, I'm going to use a different methodology to do that. I'm going to come up here and use the Group Manager command. Now, I don't see any names here, and this goes back to when we first started when I said it created unnamed groups. So I'm going to come down here and put a check next to Include Unnamed, and now you see the groups. Now, the first one we made was asterisk A1, the second one asterisk A2, the third one asterisk A3. So I want to edit asterisk A3. So I want to add objects to that group, and I'm just going to put a implied window around all those objects, and I'm going to go OK now, and now the new desk, even though it's not a block, is still now a part of the group. Now, another thing we can do with this Group Manager, so I'm going back up here to Group Manager, is I can select an unnamed group and I can change it to a named group. I'm going to call this one Desk Combo. And click on Rename and go OK. Now notice I had to put an underscore in there because it doesn't accept spaces in the name. So now that we've made a named group, I can have another option when I go to select objects. I'm going to go up here to the copy command. When it says select objects, I'm going to type the letter G for group. Then it asks me the group name. I'm going to type desk underscore combo, and notice it selects the renamed group. Now I'm going to go ahead and give it a base point, and let's say I want to put one down here. Now I'm going to go ahead and rotate and select it, and even though it has a name, you can still select it individually and just rotate it into place. That concludes our tutorial on groups in AutoCAD. Thank you for watching another in our continuing series of 4-Minute Fridays from TPM. Look for us at tpm.com, or you can subscribe to TPM Solutions channel on YouTube. Once again, thank you for watching.